The goal of this lesson is we are in this problem dividing with a decimal in the divisor. Problem says, what is the value of the expression 12 divided by 0.48 or 12 divided by 48 hundredths? Select the correct response. All right, so let's pick out our important information. You should have picked out the word value, which is an amount. You should have also picked out the word expression. An expression is numbers, symbols, or operators grouped together that show the value of something. There is no equal sign when you have an expression. So for example, this is an expression, and this is an expression. Those are some examples. Basically, this problem's asking us to take 12 and divide it by 48 hundredths. To solve that, we have 12 divided by 48 hundredths. Now, we always must remember that the first number is our dividend, and that number always goes into our box when dividing. The second number goes on the outside of our box. Now, one very important fact when dividing by a decimal, and you have a decimal in the divisor, you need to move it. That's because you can never, ever, ever, ever have a decimal in your divisor or on the outside of your box. What we're going to do is take that 48 hundredths and move it to the right 2 times. Add a decimal and move it again 2 times. Whatever you do on the outside of your box, you must do on the inside of your box. It's just like if you had a fraction, whatever you do to the top, you do to the bottom. Remember, a fraction means division. So now my new problem is 1200 divided by 48. The decimal that we had is going to be brought up. So let me repeat these steps again. We moved our decimal to the right twice because we have 2 places that the decimal is located at. So we moved the decimal to the right 2 times. Whatever we do to the outside, we do to the inside. So we did the same thing to the 12. 12 had an imaginary decimal place. Every whole number has an imaginary decimal. So for example, if I have 12, it's really $12. If I have 6, it's really $6. If I have 17, it's really $17. They are the same numbers. They are the same numbers. The reason we don't want to put the decimal in the 2 zeros is that it saves time by just writing a number. But when we need it, we can take out that decimal as we did here, and we moved it over twice and brought it up. So now we can begin my division or my divisor in terms of multiples. So what that means is on the side, I like to list the multiples of 48. 48, 96, 144, 192, and 240. I have multiples of 48. This is going to help me to divide better. Again, your multiples, your divisor, if you list your multiples on the side, this could help you divide better. 48 goes into 1 0 times. 48 goes into 12 0 times. 48 goes into 120. Well, if I look on my list of multiples, I will circle 96. I know that 144 is too big. It's too big. We never ever want to go over 120. Okay? 96 is the closest number to 120, so we're going to use 96. It goes in 2 times. 1, 2. I'm going to place my 2 over the 0. 48 times 2 will give me 96. I'm now going to subtract my 96 from 120. 10 minus 6 is 4, and we borrow. And 11 minus 9 is 2. I get 24. I now use an arrow to keep track of my zeros. 48 goes into 240. Well, the closest number to 240 is on my list. Perfect. It goes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. We place the 5 over the 0 that we just brought down. 5 times 48 will give me 240. There we go. So I now know that 12 divided by 48 hundredths will give me 25. And the answer to this problem is 25. Once you click on the correct response, hit submit, and you are done. Thank you.